Right, I thought I'd video this bit, just show you, you know, what methods and techniques that I use. So yeah, like I said previous, like I've had to start using some of this really wet stuff. I won't be using that unless it's like for using it around here, like and spreading it around thinly. If you used to do like a big lump of that, say there, if you used to build all this out using that, look how floppy it is, it's just going to move about all the place. So we're going to mix it with a bit of dry stuff if we're going to do like big bits, like prime example for that top ridge. If this was an old takeoff, what you want to do is, it's a bit like plastering really, like you want to key up the surface. All I do is just put some lines in it, just key it up, or you could do it with a rake. I've just put some water over it quickly. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll get mixing a bit of this in. Like I said earlier, I've done a bit on that corner there. I found it so hard. I had a really bad crash like a week ago, and it's still not healed up right. Normally, I'll pack in that way, but like my shoulder, oh god, it just hurts so much. I don't know if I can stitch like a picture in, but it's on Harry Main's vlog. Slow-mo, me Mach 10 it straight into a tree. So with this side, so what I normally do is, there's a couple of techniques, but what I do is, if I was to build up this straight, I'd flick it and chuck it like that, but as I do that, my shoulder, so I'm having to work the other way around, and obviously I can't do that unless I go upside down. So there's like another little technique that you can use. What I might do is, I might show you, because I can do this side, alright? So this is normally the technique that I use. Alright, so if you come in square on at it, and then get your spade as close as possible, get your hand here so it's controlled. If you hold it like that, you're not as controlled. Hold it nice and, you know, down bottom so you've got control of it. And then what I do is get it close, flick up, and press on. Yeah? You just keep repeating the process. There's only this little corner that's bent. So as you can see, nice and controlled. And then what I do is just a little bit more on that corner. Oh god, the materials, it's so dry, I can't believe it. And then what I do is I come round and then I fill that little bit here. What you can do as well, which I see people do, is just get a handful, pop it on, sculpt it, and then just with your spade, whack it in. Now when you're at that point here, you can see it's all a bit cracked and stuff like that. Like if you used to do this with dirt jumps back home, basically you want, the best way is to get it absolutely crack free, because obviously unless you tarp them, like the water can get in there, especially over winter. So what would happen is obviously the water will sit in them cracks and it'll freeze and expand, and then that's when you start getting big cracks. And yeah, so like if you don't tarp your jumps at home, like you're best off, as you can see here, like you run water in can, and then just like plastering, just get it all smoothed up and it will set. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll give this a bit of a mix up. We'll finish off that top section. I've just watered it not so long ago and it's drying already. it's pretty crazy, this stuff. Like I say, I've never used this stuff before, but yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Just got to get the consistency right. So I'll mix a bit of that dry stuff in, just make it a bit more malleable. Then, because I couldn't be arsed going round the yard, I've just got some bog water. So, like, where it's dry, just fling it on. It's just going to help it key better. So, same again, there's different processes you can do here. I've seen quite a lot of people with sandy stuff. I don't know if I can do it with my shoulder, but they like to flick it on and then work her in. I kind of like doing the process. I mean, with here, all it needed was deepening up a bit. So what I'll do is, like, you can't see here, but with a transition, it starts coming up and then it starts fading away. So basically, like, there's a little pocket here that needs filling. Probably a little pocket there. So yeah, when you're looking at this, like, just stand off to the side and you can see it. And you can see, like, all that pocket needs filling in here. So yeah, so there's different techniques. Yeah, this is the one I like. Say, we'll fill this pocket in here. So I'll start off here, and I'll work the dirt in. Take that off. Now you can see that line's looking right now. So then, because you're doing that, you can see that it needs following there. Never really thought of it, but if you do that, you can see where it needs filling in. So yeah, I think with this channel, I'd quite like to actually show you how it's done. You know, like, a lot of digging that I've been doing, it's just been like trial and error. Especially at the dirt jumps back home. I mean, you know, like, my good friends back in the day, my good friends like Risker and Steve Appleby and Tony Rich, and yeah, what we used to do is we used to get a lot of, like, wood and kind of use that as like a bulk and then build on top. But what I've had to do, because it's coming up nearly 20 years, you know, that them dirt jumps have been there. So I think about 5 or 6 years ago, I had to dig all that wood out because it had started rotting and it made the takeoffs flex, crack and crumble. So yeah, I had to dig all that out and start again. But yeah, it's different material there. It's sandy, but it's got like a good, like, reddish sort of dirt. With sand jumps, you know, like, that dries out so quick. And if you used to ride them in summer, you'd have to water the hell out of them. It's hard for getting that thin, crisp, like, layer. Otherwise it'll just rut up and it runs quite slow. So a lot of the places carpet them. But yeah, ours is sand, but it's got this layer on top. The only trouble is it's like dead stony. Well, that's another good thing as well. Like, you know, if that's the same principle as you've got around your area, then I would say about chucking it up, and you can see, look, big rocks fall to the bottom. Yeah, you can see it all there, and then the fact, like, this stuff here, is pretty good for like finishing off, because some of the finer stuff. So what I'd do is, like when it comes up to a pile, I'd rake the stones out, and then with this I'd use just for finishing, just get it nice. Just keep working it in like that. And then same again, like you can get rid of all them cracks. Now, if I was to do this process back home, it wouldn't really work as well. So what I used to do was get it semi-dry, get it roughly packed, and then I'd water the hell out of it. And then the best way is, well, I used to have a sieve, and I used to stand on top and sieve the dry stuff, and the dry stuff would obviously cling to the wet, and it just meant that your spade wouldn't stick. Keep dusting it, because when you're whacking it, obviously dust will fall down, and then what I do is I keep brushing it up and then just working it in, and it goes like bloody concrete. So yeah, well there is, we'll carry on with this, because I'm starting to gab on now and it's all starting to really dry out.